This is an amazing event where people actually get to come to a winery and for the first time not be dictated as to what they're supposed to like, how they're supposed to think, what award something has won. This is a chance and opportunity for people to actually come and express what's happening inside here and up here and right here in their mouth.
Well, I like it when it's really full-bodied and it stays on your tongue at the end, and it has a really nice flavor.
Gosh, I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyhow, it's all in the blending, and I'm getting close, I can tell.
69 here. Okay. So we have a total of over 70 wines to taste in 2 hours. Well, I think he was drinking wine with Jesus. That's what I heard.
That must mean you're underage. You need to be ID'd.
But yeah, he comes from the barrel manufacturing end of things, plus several others. And I'm coming from the sales end of things. So I look at the wines as the sellability of them and the final analysis. And he looks at them, I don't know, probably more objective than me, because I have to say, well, it's good wine, but can I sell it?
I got a 20% Cabernet Sauvignon and 80% Malbec. So that's my secret.
Well, in a competition, it's looking for something that stands out from the rest, and it's unfortunate in competitions like this when so many don't get chosen as a winner when they could easily be a great wine to have with your meal.
We're trying to make our own wine because we love wine. We're wine enthusiasts, and we're trying to make an excellent blend that everybody will love.
That's right. I think you're in for a treat.
All right.
In general, they're coming in better than they were last week.
Yeah.
Overall.
Haven't had any. Well, we only had one really bad one last week, though. I don't know what happened with that one.
You need to know what chemistry is in each one of these wines, really, to really blend it properly. You need to know what the chemistry of this wine is, and pH and acidity, etc. Because then, instead of sitting here at a table and tasting them, you actually can sit there on a computer and you can watch the movement in the computer as to the acidity and the tannins are changing, etc. So I think it's really a science when you really get down to it. And that's what's made California wine. One of the great books I read is The Great Tasting of 1976. And the great thing about that is that it really says why California wines took over from France was because of the fact that the Californians treated it as a science. And I think that's really where the strength is in the science.
I just keep tasting until I get what I like.
And that's how you get drunk.
That's how I get drunk.
It's also pretty good.
I think it's a science, but you have to have a palate, and I think that's where the art comes in. If your palate's right, then if the science is right and your palate's right, you've got something that you really like. And it's interesting because everybody's palate's different, so you never know whether what you've brewed up, so to speak, will please others, but the whole point is to make something that you like.
Outside. Thank you.
Lackluster.
When you're making a perfect wine, you have to be 100% focused on the task. Everything about you has to be concentrating on what goes into the wine. No. I'll use your camera light. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, I'm glad you did that because it reminded me that I was missing the funnel.
Cute. Now my measurements are going to be.
Do you want me to add you a meniscus?
Well, in the overall market, it's sort of a price to quality ratio, but it also is it exciting? People, there's too much wine out there to not have exciting wines. You know, buyers out there, the public wants to be, they want to be inspired. You gotta have a wine that's inspiring. You can have a good wine, but does it inspire people? Because if it doesn't, you're just another one. You're trying to inspire them.
I'm trying to tell my kids to start young because it takes a lifetime to try to understand, what's the secret of a good wine. And I'm catching on, but, they got a longer lifespan, so they better start young, and I'm telling you the same.
Nice, slow and steady, beautiful. A little bit more.
Here, you go ahead. Steady, pour it in and chug it down.
Perfect. It's a beaut.
It's a done
It's
deal.
a beaut, baby. All right. Let's go cork this thing.
Wow.
Now, this gentleman over here is going to.
No, that's the name. What's my age again? So, you know the Blink-182 song? What's my age again? What's my age again? Nobody likes you when you're 23. I've been doing this for 2 years since I was 21, and every year the name relates to how old I am because it's around my birthday, so.
The juice inside is what brings you back. You can have a great label, great package. I remember this Italian wine that had this funky little bottle. It's great, but they bought it one time. The housewives came back to got it because they made a really good vase, but they only bought it one time. You know what I mean? It's got to have the juice in it for people to come back. But a good label gets it picked up the shelf the first time. Romance and excitement is what wine is, right? All right, so did you try this one yet?